Here we live. Richmond Raceway is behind us. We've traveled many moons to get here, literally, like two moons. Garage Guy, Dale Tanhardt.
Standing right outside of Richmond Raceway here in Richmond, Virginia, because they will not let us inside. We got here too late, and we're not able to pick up our credentials, so we got to watch the race on my phone from the RV. It was a great race. Ty Gibbs, had Ty Gibbs winning. That was my number one play. He bump and run. My second play, John
top for that. Thanks for the money. Appreciate it.
You're welcome.
All right.
The only thing is Justin Allgaier killed the rest of my betting card, and he is very dead to me at this moment. Right now, I'm very upset, unhappy. I said some mean things, but we're not here to talk about today. We're here to talk about Sunday. Whether or not you're watching this Saturday evening or Sunday morning, we're here to talk about the Toyota Owners 400 at Richmond Raceway, right behind us.
Yeah,
so
there's a lot of there was a Jeep that was by the Toyota. I thought that was pretty unique. I did not know Jeeps were going to the Toyota camp now. So Toyota makes Jeeps, essentially.
Yeah.
But yeah, sorry, it is Saturday. You're watching this video. You're getting it late. Been a sack of shit. Also driving though. So when we
lost a battery in the RV at about 5 in the morning.
Shout out to tow trucks,
truck,
jumper cables.
Yeah.
Shout out to those things.
We're running off. Well, I got some sleep because I didn't have to drive, but he's running off very little sleep.
4 hours. It's okay. I have a child at home. I'm very used to that.
So that's normal for you.
Yes.
Yeah. I stay up late a lot too, but it threw off our schedule. We missed a great race inside the track, but got to see it on TV like a lot of you guys and girls probably did. So
that's it. I will say this much, just from what we saw on TV, like I cannot wait for Sunday because I feel like this is our first time here at Richmond. This is going to be like kind of like the style of Bristol, like where you don't want to watch it from the pits. You got to be in the stands. You got to see it all happening in real time. I want to watch them run. I want to watch them just gallop through the concrete. Like that's the way that we like to do things here. I love just the nitty-gritty of it. And the nitty-gritty also boils down to some betting action. By the way, if you have the Action app right now, you need to go look us up. Look up Dale Tanhardt. Look up myself, Garage Guy Chase. All of our bets are there. It is a free app. If you use the links that we have, it gives us money. We appreciate that. Thank you for money. Do that. It's free for you, money for us, and then we're going to give you a pick that's going to in turn give you money. Smart investment. Very smart investment to do that.
I would say so.
I'm not a financial advisor, though. Just telling you now.
Don't listen to any advice we ever give about stocks.
No.
Ever. But we have some advice for you on NASCAR bets for the Toyota Owners 400. And I'll go ahead and start us off. I'll talk about 3 things here to keep this real short, simple, plain cut. We saw practice and qualifying today. If you follow me on Action Network, which, by the way, I'm leading the industry and the nation in NASCAR betting performance, now up 57 units on the season because I lost 2 today in Xfinity, thanks to Justin Allgaier. But I'm trying to get out of my head. I'm still fucking pissed about it. But we got tomorrow. We got Sunday. So follow me on Action Network to see all my exact unit allocations. But if you have followed me, you would have seen my first play I put out on like Tuesday or Wednesday, whenever all the lines dropped on the sports books, Joey Logano to win this race at plus 1,100 via Barstool Sportsbook. Still floating around the same territory. If you look at Joey Logano, winner of the Clash, which was the first short track we got to see in 2022, he's one of the most efficient short track racers in NASCAR Cup Series competition. The last 9 races at Richmond, 7 top 5s, including a win in spring of 2017. That goes with another win he had back in 2015 as well. 2 wins at this track. Could have had more, could have had one last year if not for a late race caution. Him and Denny Hamlin went back and forth. Ran super strong here in both Richmond races last season. And he's been running strong collectively everywhere. He's had some bad luck in 2022, but if you look around, you typically see that number 22 hanging around the top 10, hanging around the top 5 if he doesn't get a flat tire or have some bad luck that's happened. He's top 5 in regular season points right now. So Joey Logano to win, and I'll go ahead and just say top 5 too. I haven't checked after qualifying to see if the odds changed, but I grabbed him at plus 135 via BetMGM for a top 5 finish for the reasons why I just stated.
Yeah.
Phenomenal Richmond racer. It's one of his best racetracks. Guys that are good at this track are just good at this track, and they constantly replicate success if you look at history.
Absolutely.
Yeah, Truex. Yeah.
Absolutely. So the beauty of that is that there's probably a minus sign in front of that top 5 bet for Joey Logano now.
I think he qualified 11th, so you could. There's a chance you could still find it somewhere at even money.
Yeah, handicappers aren't as smart as us. So
you saw guys emerge like that maybe they didn't expect, like Blaney emerged a little bit. Kevin Harvick emerged with good speed in practice and qualifying. Eric Almirola emerged.
How about Eric Jones?
And Eric Jones. We talked about me and you personally talked about Eric Jones at the beginning of this week. When I saw plus 5,000, I was like, guy's a pretty good short track racer. Not overall great at Richmond, but they're bringing fast cars everywhere with RPM, GMS
Richard
racing.
Petty kind of back.
Yeah.
Kind of back.
Thanks to GMS, I think.
Yeah.
That added some good resources to them. So
they did. They got a little sauce.
Eric Jones is definitely interesting. You probably won't catch him at plus 5,000 now.
He's like plus 3,300. I think on FanDuel I saw him at plus 3,300. That is definitely something I'm interested in. I don't at this point going forward. This is the whole theme of my weekend. It's a big 2000s rap weekend. Okay, we're in Richmond. This place reminds me of home. Reminds me of New Orleans, kind of. So I just felt swagged out. I wanted to bring that energy in. Who is Eric Jones? Who is Mike Jones? Still tipping. You know what I'm saying? Like great songs, great tunes, great times. That's what I want. That's what I want. I think Eric Jones seems like a guy that, like, to the public, he listens to country music behind closed doors. He's got some Paul Wall, baby.
He's got some early 2000s rap.
Smile for me, Daddy. I want to see your grill. You know what I'm saying? So that's where we're at with that. I appreciate it. I like the odds there on that. It's a long shot one. My long shot that I had early in the week, I came in strong thinking we're in Richmond. Big Richard Energy.
Richard Childress.
Big Richard Energy, RCR. I really was all in on Austin Dillon based off of his previous stats here. The practice and qualifying run didn't really reflect that. So I don't want to say that I'm nervous because I can't be. I've already locked the bet in. It's done.
Got to talk.
I've got Tyler Reddick as well, plus 1,500 over on Caesars Sportsbook. It's locked in. It's done. My energy's still strong there. I don't care what we saw today. I'm going to believe. You have no idea what can shake out in this race tomorrow. We see week in and week out, it's a new car. It literally, that new car makes it a brand new experience for these guys, I feel like. And like you said, there are the guys that are just good here. We look at some of those veteran guys, the Gibbs guys, Joey Logano. That is very true. The young guns, though, that's where I feel like we can float into this area. So those are two of the bets that I have to win at plus 5,000 for Austin Dillon. That's, shoot the arrow.
Yeah, practice and qualifying definitely wasn't impressive for those two guys. But, I mean, I am intrigued by Austin Dillon, and he could have dropped now on the books after an abysmal day from them overall. But I'm intrigued by his statistics because if you look at his first 8 at Richmond compared to his last 7 at Richmond, in his first 8 races at Richmond, he had 7 finishes outside the top 20. You look at his last 7, only 1 finish outside the top 20. To go with a few top 10s, top 12s, a lot of finishes in the teens, including 1 top 5 finish in that span. So I'm not going to count out Austin Dillon just yet. We've seen him kind of fly under the radar all year and pop up at the end of races, races where he didn't wreck or have just misfortune. He kind of hung around. Fontana is a great example. Was not up there at all day, popped up, finishes second, chasing down Kyle Larson.
Good deal on that race. Good restart on that race. Like that's the energy we need. Big Richard energy in Richmond.
Yeah.
All right. Same name. Same shit applies. Okay. That's what we're going for.
I'm big on that concept you kind of just touched on about the veteran guys. You just typically don't see, if you just look at the winners list dating back into the early 2000s, you just don't see like up-and-comers win this race like Chastain or Briscoe or Reddick would be examples of that.
It's old dog track.
You see veterans like Keselowski and Logano and Denny Hamlin and Truex. Kyle Larson got him a win, and I guess it was a kind of lucky one back in 2017. You just see the veterans kind of win at this racetrack, and guys that are just really good here just have an act for it.
Right.
And
yeah, so the main thing about this is that JGR, I'm wearing JGR. I have a matchup
Big
to
Chris
talk
Bell.
about.
Big Chris Bell.
A little bit of Chris Bell action. I took it earlier in the week, and it's probably going to be even lower now, like plus odds. So what I'm thinking is that Chris Bell, I got it minus 115 over Ryan Blaney. Ryan Blaney just shattered records today at Richmond. Never in the history of life has he done something like this. But there's always that lingering like worry you have with Blaney because of what we see. He have a blistering fast car. Something can go wrong. I have not seen anything proven where something won't go wrong with Blaney yet. I still want to ride that energy with the C-Bell over Ryan Blaney, and it's probably at plus odds now, I would say.
I don't know. I mean, I think Bell was fast enough to warrant staying in the conversation with Blaney. And I still think the books are not just going to let go of past data. You look at past data, Blaney has struggled overall. He has made improvements over the past couple of years with some top 10s. But C-Bell in his first 2 starts with Joe Gibbs, 2 top 5s. So I like C-Bell. I like where Gibbs is at right now. Every car showed a little bit of muscle at some point today, particularly, though, Martin Truex Jr. And I wanted to wait and see how practice and qualifying shaked out. Now I've made up my mind that he will be on my betting card. You're still going to find him at plus 900, plus 1,000 on books. I wouldn't be surprised if by Sunday morning he kind of started catapulting up towards that favorite. Yeah. Well, he has 5 consecutive top 5 finishes here. Same statistics as Logano.
Absolutely. So the main thing with that is you were talking about it, the confidence in the interview. We haven't seen a happy Martin Truex recently. We've kind of seen more of a guy that has just been very just like, yep, all right, yep. He's just not had great luck.
Yeah.
He's happy to be back here right now. My man, can you give us a second? We're trying to record. Thank you. I appreciate it.
Yeah, and the biggest thing about Truex is you look at 2021, he was the dominant guy here both times. He didn't win in the spring because Bowman, as we talk about, snuck up at the end and got that one. He did dominate here in the fall, however, and the biggest thing I'm looking at with that data and analytics is practice averages. If you look, you see that he's hovering around the top 10, top 6, top 7 in practice lap averages, but if you look at the fall off, he almost had no fall off in his 5 to 10s to 15s.
Interesting.
And that really speaks out to me. When you see Blaney, he was number 1 in all those statistics.
But he had
a little bit more fall off. And a 15-lap average is important, but when we're expecting 100-lap green flag runs in this race, you never know how these cars are going to change as runs go on. And I've been saying it all week. I said it on our NASCAR space, is this track is very well known and has a reputation for long green flag runs, minimal wrecks, not a lot of cautions. So I think that is a very important figure to look at when you look at lack of fall off in drivers in lap averages. And Truex really stuck out there. So stood out there, I should say. He will be on my betting card to win this race. But there's still a lot to look at. So
I might have to join you.
Yeah, I think we're in a good position.
We got a little 19 energy.
Yeah,
19,
I can feel it. Like you said, the confidence he had in his interview is important.
Yeah, 100%. So I love that much. So I've talked about one matchup that I like. We talked about some outrights. Anything prop-wise that you like for this race?
There was one on BetMGM, which I talked about one of these a couple weeks ago, but it was plus 6,600. It was Tyler Reddick to be the top Chevy, Truex to be the top Toyota, and Joey Logano to be the top Ford. I know we talked about Richard Childress had some struggles in practice and qualifying. Right now, it appears that the best Chevy in the field, based off of collective data from practice and qualifying, of course, is Ross Chastain. But I still like that bet because of how Tyler Reddick has performed in race conditions.
Yes.
So, but plus 6,600, I think Logano will be the top Ford. I think Truex is a great shot at being the top Toyota, being one of the head honchos at Richmond historically and statistically. And then Tyler Reddick, hey, if a few things go his way, maybe Chastain falls off, maybe William Byron and the Hendrick guys, who didn't seem super impressive as a group, maybe they kind of fall off, and Tyler Reddick gets a good run and helps you cash that prop. But I don't know if this matchup even exists anymore, but Kyle Busch over Alex Bowman was minus 135.
Yeah,
I haven't checked to see if it exists anymore, but my God, yeah. I mean, Bowman did not look great. As collectively, like I said, Team Hendrick, very mediocre, average. Joe Gibbs collectively looked a lot better. So Kyle Busch over Alex Bowman, if you can grab that, I don't know if I'd take it over minus 150 or more, because it's just throwing so much down to win so little. But, man, that was one of my early picks, was Busch over Bowman at minus 135. I don't know if that's there yet anymore.
Shout out to books that probably have that at minus infinity now.
Yeah,
so,
right.
Yeah,
so
we like plus odds over here in the garage. We don't like minus odds. Sometimes you got to take them, though. Okay, so I do understand that. So that's some bets that we have. And, guys, look, we're going to have plenty more this week on Action Network, to follow Dale. Number 1 in the industry right now, and it's proven because there's numbers there that are higher than other people's numbers. So it's there, and it's green too. Green means go.
A lot of green.
So beautiful thing there. I'm also on there as well. You can check in the description below in this video. You'll see our links where you can follow both of us. Check out what we're riding. And I guess like one more thing that we have. So we got a fellow right here.
Wanted to say something about what we were talking about.
Alex Bowman or Dale Jr. fan with the camo?
That's Dale Jr. for sure. So
Jr. for sure.
what do you got? What do you got?
Truex has really dominated Richmond and been. I think he won 2. I can't remember what year it was, but he won 2 races here in the same year. Truex runs really good here. Hamlin is actually, I'm from here, raised here my whole life. Hamlin's from Chesterfield, Virginia. I watched him lead almost 380 laps here one night and didn't win the race. So Truex, Hamlin, Logano runs good here. He's like he said, he's a great short track racer. But I mean, who's on the pole?
That would be who is on the pole? I can't think right now. Oh, I'm sorry. Ryan Blaney, second pole in a row.
Blaney's come a long way too. He's got a good program, but like you said, the Hendricks, the Penske, the bigger brand guys, the guy that won last weekend, that was awesome. You know, I like to see the lower scale teams win. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
It just makes a lot of things better. But Ty Gibbs, dude, I mean, I love Joe Gibbs. He's a cool guy. And
Joe made that kid in the lab. I will never say he didn't.
Said, you're used to these 100-lap green flag races. Dude, when I was a kid coming here, there was nothing to have between 12 to 15 cautions in a race. And you would have action behind. I mean, it was nothing for people to dump each other. Now they've gotten so conservative, it's like there's no action. Go ahead.
Yeah. Who knows? Justin Haley may come back from the dead before the end of the day after with his penalty that he's having to serve.
Yeah,
now.
he'll probably go 2 laps down with that.
But 1 billion laps down.
I like what you said, and yeah, I mean, I feel like from a collective betting perspective for guys to win this race, I've been all week on the fact that Joe Gibbs will return to normalcy. We will see normalcy when it comes to the big dogs eating, because that's typically what happens at Richmond. You mentioned something about Hendrick Motorsports. Before last year when Alex Bowman stole that win away in early 2021, the last time a Hendrick guy had won here was Jimmy Johnson in 2008. So I think for some reason Hendrick Motorsports collectively just struggles here. So Penske, you got Blaney and Logano looking strong. Cindric is a fade on the Penske side on my end because didn't run well here in Xfinity, just not his style of racetrack.
But just bet a penny on it just in case.
And was very slow while
Daytona.
While Logano, you're right. I don't forget that. But for Logano and Blaney to be up top and Cindric to struggle back in the 20s, fade Cindric all day and play some Blaney, play some Logano and DFS, prop bets, whatever you got to do.
Yeah, speaking of DFS, article is going to be dropping on GarageGuysFantasySports.com. So we're keeping this one short and sweet for you guys. We're going to have all the written content up this evening. Busy guys, as always. But we're here for the racing. We're here for you. We want you to win money. We're getting NAS bags all weekend long. And make sure that you go over on Twitter. Follow me at GarageGuyChase. Follow Dale at Dale Tanhardt. We will have the NAS bag space up 12 p.m. No, not 12 p.m. because
can't do that.
Because we have a special thing happening here, and we'll if you follow us on Twitter, you'll see what that special thing is. I don't want to tease it too much here in this video.
We'll wait on revealing that, but there will be a stage that we will be on talking bets at 12 p.m. So I think this week, we might.
But there may be a way to make something happen. Just be alert.
Maybe. What time's green flag? 3:30? 2:30?
Yeah.
Maybe at 1:30 we can do a 30-minute space. We'll see. Follow us on Twitter. To keep up with that.
We're having business talks here on the show with you guys right now.
Yeah. Hopefully tomorrow
we're planning.
Hopefully tomorrow we get our credentials and they actually let us in the building.
Yeah. So shout out to sleeping late, being a piece of shit. That's on me, and that's okay.
And dead batteries.
I was tired.
Mainly dead batteries.
Yep. Shout out to Duracell for being shit. Sometimes, I guess, maybe. All right, that's enough plugs for batteries. That's enough for this. We're here in Richmond. We're ready for racing. Toyota almost 400. Cheers to it. Let's ride.
Let's bag, baby.
It's the Garage Guys. 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 It's the Garage Guys.